It's almost as beautiful outside as Jolene is. It's almost as beautiful outside as Jolene is. This morning, I can't help it if I look down a few times. Jolene's got shorts on and wearing a halter top. Daisy Duke is in the house. Her hair is nice and straight. Wow. Can't wait to take the rest of the day off. I'm going to make this video, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day with Jolene. That's what I'm going to do. But as I'm in here and Jolene's outside, what I've been doing is I've been walking around and trying to find stuff. I got some brackets that are left over. These are a Z that went inside the trailing arms there, or the hairpins, whatever you call them. I have this thing here. This is a hat for a rear end for springs, or a trailer or something like that. But I've been running around trying to find the steel that I have to put this in there, because I'm not going anywhere to make brackets. I'm not doing that. I'm just staying here and using what I have. Got a piece of angle iron here, got some square tubing, some good inch. It's probably a little better than, it's better than 1/8, that's for sure, thickness. I've got one, I had 2 of these. I know I did. It's around here somewhere, just moved it, no doubt in my mind. Okay, there it is there. Look at that, baby called the old rear end. She's right on the old pumpkin, she said. And I thought she meant my old head. But anyways, there it is. So what I have here is I've got the rear end, or the air ride, situated somewhat, somewhat what I want. Like, it's not perfected yet, but we're going for airbag, rear end. This is a positive pivot. It's not going to move at all. There's no adjustment there. We have adjustment in the front with pivot there. The kit you do buy at Speedway, it does thread in like this end here, like this here. And what that does, I think I said it yesterday, it sets the pitch on the rear end. That's all it does. I'm going to set the pitch and then weld them on. So I'm going to do the adjustment for the screw for this back here, the pitch on the rear end, and then I'm going to weld this on. This rear end is not staying. It's there for mock-up. It's only got 16-inch wheels. We're going with 17. Then again, it's for mock-up. So what I'm going to do is going to set that in there, like it was just a second ago. Set that back in there. And basically, what I'm going to try to do is this is what I'm going to do. When I put this on here and put that bracket in there, and it had all the sharp edges on it, it was not finished. It didn't look very good. A lot of people questioned the strength. Well, I'm going to do the exact same thing again. And what will happen is, if I don't like it, then I'll go over it, fix it, and make it better. That's what I'll do. But you got to start somewhere. If you don't start, honey, I want to tell you something. There's a piece of metal behind you. If you go back, you might scratch your leg. But what I'm going to say is, if you don't start somewhere, then it really gets slow. So I just generally jump right into it. Doesn't matter whether it's right or wrong, because that way there you'll know, or you'll find out on your process of building it, what you have to do. And that's generally all I do every time. I just kind of grab a bunch of metal, think about it a little bit. I know I've got to be attached here, and I know I've got to be attached here, and I know I've got to have a certain strength to keep myself happy. Still haven't got the panhard bar in there yet, but we'll be going for it here in a bit. I guess it's like anything. I can start anywheres. I'm going to run a piece of inch square stock across from this C channel to that C channel to try to hold the bags. This C channel was made by, I just drew it out and did it myself. I made it on the frame, C channeled it, and then I come down and cut the frame out. I did not cut the frame and then put it on. I had the frame all together. I made this. The frame still went up what it did. When I had this all done, then I cut it out and capped it. But here we go. I'm going to get some metal here. I'm going to take a measurement because the metal's outside. Take measure right behind you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this cross member for the back. I'm going to end up putting another 2 cross members in. I'm going to do something here. That fit right underneath there. It's nice. Still doesn't matter. I'm just going to get a length. 39. So let's cut 2 pieces 39. And that's how I'm going to roll with this. I'm just going to roll as quick as possible. Not set up yet. It's Saturday. I hope everybody's having a good day. Me and Jolene will finish the day out by mowing the lawn, trying to clean the place up. We're just picking up full time. That's basically what I'm doing, picking up full time, trying to place things where I want them and cleaning up. I got the Ford Fender that I had here for a long time. I met him probably a week or so, 2 ago, and I said I'd get it done. Yesterday, I was able to get the sandblaster going. I just went out there and did a little bit of work to it. Got it sandblasted. I sandblasted it clean on the inside and the outside because that's what he wanted. So that's what I did. So now what I got to do is put one more layer of thin fill to take any pinholes out of the primer or out of the body fill, and then I'll prime it and give it back to him. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, I got my things on. All right. Said that was 39, didn't I? I did. So all I'm doing right now is just trying to mock up brackets for the rear end. That's all I'm doing, just trying to mock up brackets for the rear, hold the rear end in place, hold the bags, and hold the hairpins to hold the rear end. That's all I'm doing. Nothing is for sure, and nothing is probably be finished, but here we go. It's nice when you can go to your metal and get what you need, or think you find what you need. You know, I don't know for sure if I've got all what I need, but I'm going for it. Like I always do. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Daisy Duke's in the house. All right, another little piece there. And that piece right underneath there perfectly. I'm wondering if this piece is going to go underneath that side. Let's see what happens. Look at that now, would you? Huh? Look at that now, would you? Good job, Chetty. Just going to pull these out of the way for a second. They do not need to be right there for a minute. That's just going to show me this bag stays up quite high. It's higher than that. When I run this, see if I run this bar across. Run this bar across. I take a little bit off. Put it up there. Okay. That's almost perfect right there. If I put a plate underneath the square stock, if I put a plate underneath and I just bolt it on, would not be able to get at it, would not be able to get at the bag whatsoever, take the nut out or the bolt out. Could do it at the bottom, take it off that way, that's for sure. But what I want to do is I want to bring this down a little bit. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make that mark from this piece right here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to squish that bag a little bit because I know that the bag is going to probably squish out some when the air comes in it. And it might not be that tall, it might be taller, who knows. But I'd rather have it down a little bit, the bag squished a little bit, and not have its full travel before I put these in. I'm going to make 2 marks. I'm going to make the one on the bottom and one on the top. And the reason being is because I can see which one I like and which one I don't. And that's the only reason. That's the only reason, see which one I like and which one I don't. And what I'll do is I'll run the square tubing the same on both sides, rather with... Should give me the same distance, probably. Alrighty, that's how you move things. Just drop it. So, it's nice. Nice. Basically what I'm doing, I'm just trying to find out where that bag is gonna. She's gonna come down some if we go there. It's gonna come down some if we go there. Also, if I go this far, this wide, then I can put a piece from here to there and put the nut down through. And I can also get my hand up over it because I still got all this room here to wrench it off or take it off. Basically, what I'm thinking is if you ever had a hot problem with the bag, you would unnut it from the bottom, take the line, squish it up, and pull it out that way. I think we can get it. You have to think about tearing it apart also as you build it. I want to be able to get at it good if something happens. But what I'm thinking is, if I get that a nice weld job there, then I can squish that bag down a little bit, put a plate across there, and nut and bolt that up. And I think that's what we're going to go for. I'm going to weld that in there because I like it, I guess. And another thing also, I'm going to tack it in there because I might want to cut it out and redo it again, you know. So basically I'm going to run 2 across there. Just go for it, I guess. Metal a little bit dirty. I can sandblast that later. I don't need to do that now, I guess. Got some primer there. Just want to clean it off a little bit. And as you see me doing this, there is still a lot to do, and there's still lots to do. And one of those things is when we put the brakes on and all that sort of stuff, we have to have a piece of metal, or we have to have a place to put our flex lines to on the frame. We have to have a place where our flex lines come to our frame, and then we can run our brake lines. We have to make those brackets. We have to do that. There's so many brackets. There is. All the lines will have to be run. They'll all have to have clips to hold them in place, and we want to do a nice job at it. Just starting up here this morning. So, this is only, what can I say? This is what I'm going for. This is could be taken off at any time. Everybody's got to admit, you got to start somewhere. And this is where I'm starting. Wrong or right? Wrong or right? You got to start somewhere. Looks nice and square to me, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna plug this one in. And then when you get it started and get it going, then you can pick it apart. Then you can pick it apart and fix it. can't you, baby? You can pick it apart after you put it together and then fix it. Now, I'm going this way because I don't want my ass crack hanging out. Smarter than you think, aren't I? Huh? Smarter than you think. There we go. Nice little gap going on there. I could push that closer together. Can't do that. I close my eyes and do it. Whoop whoop. I got quite a gap going on there. Measured it at the top. That's okay. That's okay. Line her up. We'll know we'll get penetration, won't we? We'll know we'll get penetration. Penetration for sure. I can guarantee it. Okie dokie. Bit more than I want. I could have split it. Would have been nice. And I still might. I just cut that and push it back a little bit. This is what I'm going to do. I like it. It's in place, but I'm going to do something here. Just going to nail this one tight now, and then split the distance is what I'm going to do, and give me a little better situation, I think. So I just took a saw blade out of that. That's all I did. Took a saw blade out of it. Got a little bit closer. And then I get a little distance over here for my penetration. That's all I did. Huh. Now, I'm going to run my bag. I'm going to run it hard over, I think. I don't know if I want to run it hard over or not. I just don't like the idea of the bag coming down. When the bag coming up, it might clip the side of this. I better run it over this way some. I better. Just putting that up there for boots and giggles. Fina's on duty today. Just want to turn that a little bit if I can. Thank you, sweetheart. I want to turn that a bit. Looks like I want to turn to just a little bit. I can. Just want to break it off this second. I'm going to turn it before I weld it. Want to turn it a little bit. Looks a little rolled to me. There we go. You want to turn that welder on there, sexy lady? You don't mind that today, do you? Huh? Okay, we got that straightened to where I wanted. That makes me happier. Just going to turn this one here maybe a little bit. Ah. And that turned pretty good on, so that's good. Love it. Tack that one. Tack it on top so I can cut it off. Start tacking it in there. I won't get it off. And all I'm doing is trying to straighten them out a little bit. We'll turn that off, sweetie pie. Sweetie pie. Now what I need is a plate to go across. I found this piece of 1/4 angle iron. It's a monstrosity of a piece, but you see what I see, do you not? That'll go across here nicely. That'll cover that bag nicely. Let's cut it. Let's do it. So, what this does for the rear of the chassis, it really makes it strong again. We're doing what we're doing in the front and doing what we're doing in the middle. Every piece that we weld on it, the more strength it gets, and that's what I like. And that's what I like. I'm thinking if I cut it down the middle, I can get 2 pieces with 2 cuts. That's all. Where did I cut it? How many do I need? Because that's a cut. I don't want it like too long. 9.5. 9.5. Wow. Gotta go all that way. It's as long as I gotta take it right there, people. Put a hole in this, lay it on there, pull that bag up, yay, it's on there. Oh, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. Do. Come on now. That's what happens when you wear them down too thin. Channel locks. Channel locks. See them bad boys, sweetheart? We hang them back up? Probably. Probably, yeah, we did. So what I'm doing on this rear end is something that I always do. I just look around and see what I have. And we had 1 piece of inch square tubing there left, a piece of angle iron, a couple hats for the rear end, and we're going for it. Why not? I think that all that stuff is going to work. I don't want to run around and try to find stuff and waste my time. I want to do it. This is wasting my time right at the present moment. But I'm with Jolene, so it doesn't matter. Holy. Hold another zip cut on. We're down to the bottom of the barrel. Ryan Dickey bought me those. All those. No, this come from the guy's kit that I want to thank him for. We're going to have a little thing where all the stuff has been sent in. This come out of the kit. The little, you know what I mean? Had a little box, had magnets in it, had a whole bunch of sandpaper in it, had a whole bunch of stuff in it. We're just using it. Thank you very much. I use what I have. Halfway. Slow her down for a second. Slow her down for a second. Oh, we get a little piece off her, I see. not good. It's not good. I get her down in there. She's going. She's going to work. Nine and a half. 9.5. I used that sucker up, I did. A little bit dangerous there it was, but sometimes I live dangerously with the grinder disc. Keep her straight, hold on to her. Keep her straight, hold on to her. And it's like when I was out there sandblasting yesterday. Sand was hitting me in the face. You know what I done? I moved my face. I did. Enough of that. So what I've got is this 1/4-inch plate, and that's why I'm using it, because I got there's quite a length there, you know. I want, you know, for that to be in like an 1/8. I wouldn't want that, I don't think. That's why I'm going with this heavier stuff. All the rear suspension's on that. Made a hatchet. Got a little angle going on there. I'm going to take that and put it on the upside. So if you ever looked underneath of it, you would never see it. If you're in between the body and this, I don't know what happened to you. I don't know how you got there. I don't know how you got there. There's that piece. So we're going to have a hole in this to hold that bag, and we're going to weld this to the top of that. Then we're going to squish that down, say an inch or more. I think I want to put a couple more dabs of weld on each one of these. Couple more dabs of weld. I'm ready, Aaron. I got the helmet on. He's ready. He's got the helmet on. Should be able to cut that one off, no problem there. Yes. Nope, just leave that for now. Yeah. Not liking that I had to cut that metal, but I can just put a little weld on that and fix that. I can. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find it where I'm going to put these at, so then I can put the plate on. Basically, that's not going to hit that because it's below it. I couldn't see that squishing out that far to hit that piece there. I couldn't see that. Basically, we're at where we were at before on the back of the rear end. I've got a couple big bolts here. Don't know if I want to angle those or not. I don't think I want to angle those, really. I like to bring them in. This is what I'm thinking about. I like to have these straight. See, I got this piece going right here. I got this 1/8 plate here welded together on that frame. And I'm just wondering, when this bag goes down, is it going to squish over and hit that? I don't want that to hit that, I don't think. I don't think I do. I guess the only way would be is to try that. This is what I'm going to do for now. So you got a little bar right here. Hope this works. I wonder if that'll go through that. Son of a gun. It's a little bit bigger than that, is it? I'd like to have that go all the way through that. That's not going to work there. How about I put the bags where I want them and then make the brackets? Then I can. I have these things right here, the hats that I had. I'm just thinking this over in my head before right in front of your very eyes. So if I'm not look like I'm organized, it's because I'm just thinking about it now. Just going around collecting stuff that I had that I think I can make it. This piece here. I don't mind that. And that would have to be gusseted from here on the bottom of the chassis, just like I did the transmission mount. I'd put a piece on there and 45 it up to the frame so hold it in place. I think what I'm going to do, this is what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to nail that on there. I got to dig that hole out a little bit, I think, unless that bolt doesn't fit. I'm going to dig a hole out a little bit. I'll put the bolt through this and put it through that heim joint. I'm going to place that where I want. I'm going to drill some holes in this, tack that on, and then we'll basically be mocked up somewhat. So I'm going to take this, my glasses, and I will need a shoulder like that to go through that heim joint. I wouldn't want to put the threads through. I'll put the shoulder through so it's a nice surface. I just got to make the hole a little bigger in this hat. And here's some plate there that I can make the gusset for when the chassis is turned over. Like I got to make gussets for the rack and pinion. I can make gussets out of this stuff to hold that in. It's a nice 1/4 inch plate. Good stuff. Air right there. It's a beautiful day outside, isn't it, baby? It's a beautiful day outside. So that's going to make that rear end very strong. Like it? I like it. I like it. Just want to make it fit, and that's it. You want to, beautiful, love it. Let's do the other one. It's okay. Love it. Love it, I do, I love it. Need another bolt to go through. Use the same one, hadn't I? Is there another one there? Same one, same size. Just coarse thread, that's fine thread. I think you would want a fine thread on that just to make sure with a little lock washer. Or a lock nut, sorry. Them are some mighty fine legs, girl. I'm Jolene sexist. Right, baby? I'm sexist. Alrighty, I got them fitting. That went quick. Very easy, very easy. They're just like a hat for the rear end you make on a trailer or something like that. Basically, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to nail these on the side. Doesn't matter where this goes. Doesn't matter where that goes. As long as that's up tight. It's up tight on the rear end. We got the rear end where we want. I got to get that on the other side. Come on, Chatty. Come on, Chatty. That on there. I can put that on top. Geez, that's pretty good too, isn't it? That'll fit in there nice. I gotta go to the other side. That bolt goes right close to the frame. You would never nut it if I did that. You'd never get a nut on it. So I'm gonna bring it down. So watch this, when I put it like that, you'd never be able to nut it on the bottom side of the chassis because it's too close. Can you see it? Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna just do this. Now you'll be able to put a nut on it. Now you'll be able to nut it. So I'm gonna just pull this all the way forward. That's all I'm going to do is pull that all the way forward and tack it there. And there's going to be a gusset on this side and a gusset on that side to make it stay straight. I could do that almost now because it wouldn't twist on me. See, when I got it like this and I just weld it across there, it'll twist down on me probably a little bit. If I weld it one straight across now, I don't know if I got time for that, but you got time for that? Okay. Like this. Nice tight fit, as always, what I like. Get it like that. And basically all I need is this is what I need. There's some brackets over here that come with, I don't know what they come with. They're pieces of metal I got here. They're just sheared off, but they're sheared for something. And if I took one of them, which one's not cut? If I just take this, weld that on there like that, and then 45 that up there like that, when I tack it on, it won't go anywheres. You know what I mean? So I'd weld that on there. There's not a 90 on that. No, there's a 90 there, I think. So there, if I weld the 90 on there, then I just cut this here. And I think I might do that just to hold them on. We'll try to stick them on for now. If I have to gusset it, it'll be when I turn it over, but I'll know where they're at. I can straighten them out. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put them on. And I know exactly where they're going to go because I'm going to bring them up to the frame on either side. So there's no guessing. I'm going to the rear end is at where it's at. I'm going to pull that tight to the rear end. Doesn't matter where that bag is. I don't care for that right now. I'm going to pull that that one tight up that way. I'm going to knock this on the side, knock that on the side, and then we'll go for pushing the bags around where we want them to put the plate on and drill a hole. And basically that'll be mock-up number 1. They call that mock-up number 1. And after I look at it for a while, I will come back and say whether I like it or not. And it's just as easy as that, I guess. I don't say just as easy. That's basically how I'm going to do it. So I'm just pulling that in there tight. I'm pulling that bag in there tight. And I'm pulling on this tight. And I'm going to nail that right there. Probably be bent there a little bit. Probably bend it easy anyways. Like I said before, that always can be cut off. It's on there. But to make it strong, it's got to be a gusset. So anything you're doing on your if you're doing anything on your chassis at all, just think of gussets. Gussets and things that you need, or things that are needed. Did I get that? Yeah. To make it stronger. Just try to keep it in mind at all times. Whatever you need to make it stronger. So I'm just pulling that in. Now, I know one thing I didn't do. Trying to get that closer with that other one. The same distance, you know what I mean? Try to get that same distance. That way there, we're looking good when it comes on the frame rail. That was just paying attention, boys. That's all that was. That was just paying attention. All that was is paying attention. Alrighty. Gonna need a gusset. I showed you before. I just want to show you. Gonna need a gusset. Go all the way in there. Weld on that. We'll get that going down straight. We'll plumb that up. That won't be hard to do. Plumb that up. We're just weld on there. I can bend a little bit. We'll weld a gusset. Go in there on the gusset on there. Gusset on there. Make that really, really strong. All out of 1/4-inch plate. Got a look almost the same gap. Well, looks good. Didn't weld anything on the rear end yet. Not going to. Not going to. I'm just going to go like this. What am I going to do? I'm going to, this piece is a little bit long. This looks like the square end on it. I'm going to leave that inside. So if you want to chop your arm off when you go to get it, you can chop it off. So, guessing because I can, and I suggest you guess anytime you can. It's called freedom. Having the time of my life right now. Having the time of my life. We're invited to a barbecue today. Jolene's family has invited us to a barbecue. We only have to buy 6 meals a week because we get one at their place. Just joking. So we'll probably end up maybe have a drink of wine or a drink of beer or two. Maybe throw a few washers. We like doing that. Me and Jolene like that game, and we like to be teammates and do that sort of stuff because we are both athletes in our own way, and we enjoy it, don't we, baby? I would tell you that we've never been beat, but that's a lie. Marked it on this side. Hard cutting, thick stuff. But what I will say, we're using the thick stuff in the right area. I'm trying to use, I knew that 1/8 was a little thing going on there, but as I got it, gusseted it, and we layered it, I think it's fine. But you really have to pay attention to the metals that you're using, because you can go backwards in a hurry. You're using the wrong metals in the wrong places. And nobody wants to get hurt, and nobody, basically that's about the end of it. Nobody wants to get hurt. And I'm feeling like we're doing a good job here. I feel like we are, baby. I like how the hairpins are mounted. I like that. I like the little half moon hole there. I like that too. I don't mind it. I ratherly enjoy it. Yeah, if the sandblast sand is hitting you in the face, move your face. Not plugged in. Let's see what happens. See if it goes green. Go green, go green. Look at that. Hammer cutter. Whoop, 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 whoop. Got one here. Got two there. Oh, got put on this side for the ground. Ouch. That made me come alive. Didn't it, baby? Not very steady on that one. Take our die grinder. Jolene's living dangerously this morning. You know why? Door's wide open. Stay with us. We're going to give a hat or a shirt away, because that's what we want to do. We want to show appreciation for you guys watching and helping our YouTube station grow. Thank you. Appreciate it. We thank you. We appreciate it. A little off center there, and a little bit. I don't think that hurt that any. Suck up some of the heat for a second, that's all. Fina's a good dog. I'm going to go get another pair of those to make it right. I could hold it down with my hands and tack it, but I'd rather tack it with those clamps on it so I can see what's going on before I do hit it. That's what I'm going to do. Out watching the guard dog. Fina's got to get. do, do, do. Now, sort of wanting, what am I sort of wanting? I am wanting measuring tape. Just see if I'm square there a little bit, you know. We'll go with this edge right here. 5 5/8. I guess that's basically it's good. I'm just gonna actually I'll just put that one, tack that one on. I'm just gonna tack it. There's no reason for anything else other than a tack. We're trying to make something, and then what's gonna happen is we'll look at it. And go from there. Ouch. Just goofy little tacks. Nothing too hot. This one on over here. Quarter-inch plate. Dinner. We're going to have some dinner, aren't we, baby? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Good stuff. So, same distance. See, that could be just from that. Yeah. Now, let's get our tape measure out. 5 7/8. It's got to go out. 5 7/8. It's got to go out. Just to hold it still for now, it's all. How far are we out from that bag? Here we go, come out some. There we go. Measure the center if we can. Yeah, center there. Good. I should make a mark, shouldn't I? That's too easy, baby, make a mark. That's too easy, make a mark. I'll take a look, probably do a better job. There. Right on the money, 5 7/8. Ah, ah. There she be, right there. Right on the handbag. Just closing my eyes and hoping I'm welding it together. Just putting a spot on. Now, as we get looking at this, can't let anything up and down now. Cannot do that, that's for sure. But what's going on is, now we know this can be moved in or out on the rear end at any time. This is where it's setting right here. The rear end's going to be taken out, but this is the bracket for the airbag. And we have the bracket down there for the hairpin. So now the rear end just has to come in and sit in place because we know where everything else goes. I'm going to look this stuff over. If it's tight and right, I'm going to cruise on. If it's not, I'll take it apart and we'll fix it and I'll show you tomorrow. But other than that, I don't like that I cut that angle iron in half. I don't like that little, it's kind of stupid little things like that that I didn't like. Cut that angle iron like that and has a little angler. I might do something there just to spice it up. I'm not sure. This is very easily a nice place. I know it's got a cross brace from here to there. That's nice. But if I took a piece of anything and cross braced it here, imagine how much stronger that would be. And I know it would be stronger because I did it on my stand for my brake. I beveled a square, but then I cross braced it, and how strong I might even be round rod. I'm not sure. It might even be perforated metal I put in there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to cross brace that or not to make sure nothing moves up here. And that's basically just trying to make it stronger. I could even do it with round rod, as far as that goes. I could round rod it from there to there and weld it in the center. Bag is going to sit here. Airline's going to come underneath the bottom. It shouldn't bend that quarter plate, that like an inch away from that, shouldn't bend that. I can't see that to put that air right up. This hairpin is going to be connected down here. We'll gusset this piece onto the frame on both sides, so that's nice and strong. We do not want that going anywheres, not even close. Basically, that's the air ride system with the brackets in place. I still, maybe what we'll do tomorrow is do the shocks. And basically what has to happen is I have to find another place. There's a couple places here. You know, I'm going to try to make something I could weld a bracket on the side of the hairpin, bolt the shock to it, and then bolt it to the chassis up here on top of this. There's so many things where I can go. I don't want to bind anything up. I just want to make it look as the best I can make it look. And I can put it on the outside, far as that goes. As long as can put it here like that, straight up and down. That looks not bad to me. We'll see. We'll have to do that for the front too, and we will make the brackets for that. I'll look around, see what I have, and then we'll go from there. So what I'm thinking is, I'm not going to cut. I don't want to cut these out yet. Don't want to go up and down on the airbag and see if they work. Airbag, they should work. What I've got to do is we got to find a rear end so we can see if the air ride works. That's what we got to do. I will probably just leave a lot of this tack for now. I like them brackets down there. I'm happy with those. Now we'll probably end up we're going to do the shocks and go for a drive shaft. Shocks, drive shaft. So we got to do shocks I'm going to wait till to do the shocks on the front when I flip it over and get the rack and pinion on it, so I don't interfere with the rack and pinion on it. I'll gusset these when I get underneath, when I turn the chassis over, take the motor out and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'm happy. That looks good. I think I'm liking it. I'm going to come back and take a look at your view. Nothing's on there for sure, but I like it. Happy with it. It's going good. Nothing will touch here. The body that lays on top there. Nothing's going to hit there. All lays on top. Cross member, going to be able to get at it still. Lay on top of that. That's good. You'll be able to get your hand up in here to get your nut out. You'll be able to do that. No problem at all. Take your airbag off. That sort of stuff you got to think about. We're on to a drive shaft next, I think. Alrighty, let's draw for a hat or a shirt. That went fairly well. I'm so happy when I can just pick stuff up, and I don't throw much away when it comes to metal. Or I throw metal away that junk stuff, but little pieces of metal, 1/8 plate, a 1/4 inch plate, that sort of stuff, you can't throw it away because there's always a time when you can use it. Anything over a foot I keep. Anything over a foot. Come on over, sweetheart. Let's give someone a hat or a shirt. It's Saturday, and we're going to go to a barbecue today and have a little bit of socialism. And I can't wait till things, we get on to the future and we start to socialize again, because it's going to be nice to have a bunch of cars around, a little bit of music and some beer and some good conversation, isn't it, baby? Mm-hmm. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. We do not know what's going to happen to our car show this year. We do not know. And what we do is we just leave it until the very end, until we cannot worry about it or do anything about anything until the time comes. So that's what we're going to do. Sometimes you waste a lot of time worrying, and when you can't control it. Once you learn that the only thing you can control is yourself, you'll start to give that stuff up, worrying about and trying to control other things. You'll just worry about yourself, and you'll make yourself the best person you can, because that's who you're thinking about, and that's who you should be thinking about. Nobody else but yourself. What you should act like, what you want to be, whatever. Alan Partridge. Alan Partridge, you have won a shirt or a hat of your choice, a shirt or a hat. Why are the hairpins different on how they fit to the brackets as they look to be opposite on how they are fitted? Yes. Oh, sorry about that, Alan. I'm glad you're watching. I put that one on backwards yesterday. I come in this morning and I had to fix that, and that's what I did. I put it on backwards, and I fixed it this morning. Glad you were paying attention. And you deserve a hat or a shirt for watching. I appreciate it. Please tell some of your friends to join and come watch, because nothing but the truth, and it's daily content. Sometimes it's nice just to watch and learn something, or write down something and teach me something, because it happens all the time. I'm willing to learn at any moment, believe me. And what I'm learning right now is the quicker I get off this video, the quicker I'm going to get to hang out with Jolene. See you later, everybody. Have a good weekend.